Hello YouTube, hello Facebook, hello the world overall. My name is Morgan Gavin, that's Golden Freddy, and welcome back to When the Gods Froze Time, a 6-part Season 1 starter for Fantales, which is going to have an overarching plot and a whole crap load of weirdness. Let's go on to Part 2, in which 3 contestants from Team Dieties, eRaBexel, and IceMinds go head to head to head. Alright, let's get it started. Alright, so, one night, Morbid was having a serious bagel craving. He was just like, man, I gotta have this bagel. I gotta have the most awesome bagel. It's gotta have jalapenos, tomato sauce, tangy barbecue, marshmallows, nachos. He was just in a superior bagel craving mood. Like, no joke. Absolutely no joke whatsoever. Oh, stay right there, you big head son of a bitch. So he goes out. He gets in his 17-wheeled Ferrari because he was rich as hell and desired unnecessary attachments to things that already worked fine on themselves. And he's driving past and he's going, man, I gotta have this bagel. I gotta have such an awesome bagel. And all of a sudden, eRaBexel pulls up in like this giant-ass monster truck, just these wheels that have tractor blades on them that dig into the concrete and rip everything out, because eRaBexel's a construction worker of the most awesome kind. He's the kind that takes a job and makes it so badass looking that all the other tractors are like, whoa, we got a badass over here, pull up, pull up. And so Bexel and Morbid lock eyes. Right here. Yeah, you know what you're doing. And Morbid's like, I just want a fucking bagel. And Bexel's like, I'm gonna get that fucking bagel because that bagel's mine. And Morbid's like, no, it's mine. So all of a sudden they get this racer mentality. So Morbid just and revs his 17 wheels, which causes a cloud of smoke to just waft into Bexel's, cab in his giant-ass monster truck, and all of a sudden, Bexel gets pissed off, and he's like, hey, which digs a whole crap load out of the road underneath him, because his wheels are kind of like the Batmobile in the way that they just dig the utter crap out of the concrete. And so, they're just waiting for the green light to go, and it goes from red, and then they shift into second. Yellow, they shift into fifth. Green, they shift into 15th because their cars are fucking badass like that. And so they just peel off, passing people and cars left and right, baby strollers getting out of the way, Batmobiles just shrieking and pissing themselves in all kinds of different lubricant and brake fluid. Little old ladies hurrying their ass up across the street because fuck that logic if they think they're gonna get run over. And all of a sudden they turn corner after corner, going between buildings, going up buildings, going over buildings, even going through Mr. Rogers' building, which he wasn't too pleased. He's like, would you like to be my neighbor? Not with that kind of fucking attitude. And all of a sudden, one of the newer recruits of the city's PD department, nicknamed IceMinds, because when he starts working, everything's frozen solid. Notices the 2 drag racers in the unusually large and complicated vehicles, and he turns on the siren like a woo woo and starts peeling out after them. And he's like going, car 54, we got a bagel chase going on. I repeat, we got a bagel chase. And so they're just ignoring things left and right. And all of a sudden, like out of nowhere, this huge barrier pops up, and all 3 cars just slam into it at full speed. Bexel goes flying out first. He lands about 70 feet away. Morbid flies out. He lands 20 feet away. IceMinds flies out. He goes like maybe 35 feet, and they're all in this perfect triangle. And so Morbid has his hands on a KSG and a riot shield. Bexel's got his hands on the dual-wielding magnums. And IceMinds is knocking shit out with a bladed sniper rifle. And so they're just circling each other. And IceMinds is like, okay, so what's this all about before we get started? And Bexel's like, man, this wimp over here, he done challenged me to a street race. And Morbid's like, dude, all I wanted was a fucking awesome bagel. And IceMinds is like, well, I'm going to have to give you speeding tickets. And he's like, no, I got to have that fucking bagel in my hand right now. And Bexel's like, nah, the only way you're getting that bagel is through me. And all of a sudden, it is on. In the the three of them, IceMinds, eRaBexel, and Morbid, freeze in place. It's like a standoff of epic proportions. The wind blows through, people shutter their windows even though there's no fucking shutters. It's only that little thing and everything else. Babies run away, they abandon their strollers. They're like, yeah, fuck this shit, I don't care if there's a lolly in there, I'm getting the fuck out of here. It's just tense as all hell. Even Batman, who's unshakable in his bravery and his courage and his detective skills, is like, oh my god, I want my dead parents. And all of a sudden, something drops in the distance, like a tiny shot glass. It's like clink, and all of a sudden, Morbid charges towards Bexel with the riot shield while aiming the KSG over at IceMinds, who dodges the first shot and lands a couple of rounds in the window part of Morbid's riot shield. Meanwhile, Bexel tries to pull the riot shield away and backhand Morbid, who takes the hit and flips and forward flip kicks IceMinds in the back of the head, landing his face into an upcoming eRaBexel's fist. IceMinds narrowly dodges the uppercut, does the dodge roll, and focuses the blunt end of the sniper rifle towards Morbid's head. Morbid, again with perfect timing and luck, deflects the rifle butt towards eRaBexel, who takes it full on in the sternum. The sternum kind of cracks. And Bexel takes this opportunity to smack him a couple of times with the edge of the riot shield, knocking him to the ground and causing him to kind of pass out a little bit. Meanwhile, IceMinds puts a few rounds in the another part of the window of the riot shield, causing it to break just a little bit more. Morbid then fires off a couple of rounds at IceMinds, whose scope gets shot off. So he does a couple of no-scope shots, hoping for the best. The recoil of it accidentally smacks Morbid in the forehead with the barrel still hot, and there's this little burn mark in there. And he's like, oh god, I just want that fucking bagel. Why won't you let me get that fucking bagel? And IceMinds like, I gotta give you that ticket, man. Why are you doing this? Because I want the fucking bagel. Dude, no, you gotta calm down. It's just a bagel. It's not any bagel. It's the king of all bagels. And all of a sudden, eRaBexel gets up and he's like, man, I gotta fuck this shit. I got stuff to do. But before Bexel can even get out of the ring, IceMinds grabs him by the collar and just flings him at Morbid. Morbid, sensing that, maybe his riot shield won't do enough, just tosses the thing, clotheslines Bexel right in the throat, causes his head to knock against IceMinds, who apparently just gets knocked the fuck out. And he just kind of staggers a little bit before falling over to his knees, and Morbid walks up to him real slow, oh my god, you just done pissed off the wrong bagel craving son of a bitch right now, huh? And he aims the barrel of the KSG at the back of eRaBexel's head and goes, any last words? And Bexel looks up at him, smiles, and goes, yeah, duck. And he's like, nah. And so he ducks, thinking Bexel's got something planned for him, and Bexel does, just not what he was thinking. He grabs a Peking duck from a local restaurant that's nearby and just starts smacking the utter shit out of Morbid with it. Morbid goes down, but Bexel's not done with him. He's like, you dare challenge me to a monster truck race? And Morbid's like, no, I just want a fucking bagel. Here's your fucking bagel, bitch! And so with a mighty just punch to the face, Bexel just knocks the shit out of Morbid. And then just force feeds him the Peking duck guy. Oh my god, here's your bagel. Here's your awesome bagel. Here's your motherfucking awesome bagel. And Morbid just backs off. He just goes, alright man, you win. You win. Bexel goes, nah. So he picks up Morbid's riot shield and just tosses it as hard as he can towards him. In a surprising turn of events, Morbid faints, but right as IceMinds has gotten up, IceMinds grabs the shield and chucks it back at eRaBexel, who wasn't expecting it at all. Takes it full on with the corner, just smacking him in the head. He goes flying. His face just smashes through a windshield. No, not a windshield. A rear view mirror of a Hummer, and he is out. And IceMinds does his job and drops the 2 tickets and goes, you have the right to remain knocked the fuck out. So, IceMinds is the winner of that one. Congratulations, Ice Clan. Anyways, if you like this video or if you like this video, drop a like. If you're new to my channel, drop a sub. And as always, I'll see you like a beast in the next video. Peace.